And then I realised, yeah, okay, I have it. I know what to do now. So then I set up my business then around 2010, 2010-11. And you know, I was able to change reeds, broken reeds, retune alternative tunings, you know, which is loads of, hundreds of them. But a few real popular ones like Paddy Richter or Easy Thirds, also known as reggae tuning, some call it reggae tune, but ideal for Irish music, and solo tuning and diminished tuning and stuff like that. And then I got invited over to Trossingen in Germany, to Hohner itself, and that was just the cherry on the top for me now. Like, you know, I was always a big fan of Hohner. It was the only thing that was available. Like, of course, there's Sidel and Tombo and Suzuki and various other brands, but Hohner seemed to be the iconic one, you know, the Marine Band, you know. I have one here with the cover off here just to sort of demonstrate to you. But when I went over to Hohner, they put me through their paces of making the harmonica from start to finish, to show me their remaking machines, which are incredible. The tuning booths, the tuning tables, of one I have which over in my workshop, and you know, the stamping in the reeds, you know, stamping in the reeds, so you pull down and rivet the reed, and then you go into another booth and put your head in this dark booth, and then you can put the reed up against the light, and you can make sure that the reed is centered and move it about and just get it centered, and then go into the tuning booth where there's a tuning table with a master reed plate, and then you'd have your new reed plate. There's just been, all the reeds are tuned, they're tuned, but you just have to fine tune them. So, and then you fine tune them with this tuning table, and then, you know, nail them together, process them. And so I went through that whole project, and they said, oh yeah, you're good enough. That was Gabrielle Hand, who's the head of the repair service in Hohner there. She's brilliant, and so we got on really well, and so they qualified me as their service technician. So I'm a certified Hohner harmonica technician now, and that means that any shop north or south in Ireland that might have returns, or somebody might come in and buy a harmonica and say, oh, that doesn't work or whatever, they'd send it to me under the warranty, and I repair it and send it back. So like, I am the only person in Ireland qualified by Hohner. As far as I know, the only person who really does it to that level. Of course, there's Rick Epping, you know. But yeah, so that was brilliant. That was a great experience. Hohner give me the nod of approval, so that's pretty good for me. I was happy with that. Actually, incidentally, this is an old Marine Band, and I've taken the cover off. Yeah, I mean, the old Marine Band, I mean, of course the cover is off this, but I just took the cover off for demonstration purposes. But the old Marine Band, like Bob Dylan played it, Neil Young, Bruce Springsteen, you know, all the great harmonic musicians and singer-songwriters, they all play the Marine Band. And so, you know, it was designed, originally it was designed to play rhythmic music, like, you know, pap music, like you say. And it was originally designed using your tongue, using tongue block embouchure. So you're actually using your tongue like this and playing through the sliding mouth here. Then you can take your tongue off and you can play this sliding mouth. Or you can go, or you can play chords, octaves, or chords, and it gives a great tone, that embouchure. It's a traditional way of playing the harmonica, rather than the puckering way, which is kind of playing the piano with one finger. But the puckering way, I mean, is good because, well, it's good, but you should definitely learn the traditional way first and stick with it mostly, make that your default. But the puckering, but the harmonica was then somebody discovered you could bend a note. So this wasn't, you know, deliberate. That was just an accidental flaw in the design, or I wouldn't call it a flaw, but a happy accident. And so it became a very bluesy instrument. And so that was incredible in itself. And then somebody says, oh, you can blow bend the high end, but you can't blow bend the low end, but you can't draw bend the high end. But then about 30 or 40 years later, or years ago, Howard Levy discovered that you can get hidden notes in the blow and in the draw, which was a phenomenal sort of thing. So if I go, and what you're doing, you make the top reed. These are the top reeds and the bottom are the draw reed. So I go, try and silence that note, that blow note. I'm now halfway there to an overblow, which kicks in on the draw reed. So that's an overblow. So you have. Now if I put my finger over, I can get a much louder overblow. And I can control it more, I can control the bend in it. So now I can go. So that's only been discovered in the last 30-40 years, so it's 125 years, and we're only now that we're starting to really understand what's going on in here. So, you know, I think that's what keeps me so fascinated with the instrument, you know. It keeps me going back to it, yeah.